the Sally Wilson bit. We'll hope that you're not kidding again.
Come on.
What's the score? So like we sort of have a little score.
As I understand it, she's got a big bag in her hold, which appears on the face of it possibly to be acid. Like, she's got something like about 10,000 by the look of it.
Many is that?
Yeah.
So this is big league stuff,
this is
isn't it?
big stuff. So we can't really afford to fail up our chances.
At the moment now, we've got a halt. They're not doing anything else on that at all, as far as checking goes.
So what are you going to do? Talk to her?
Well, she'll have to be initially interviewed to see what she's going to say anyway.
Yeah.
Which our lads will do tonight.
Yeah.
And then she'll stay in there until the morning.
Yeah.
And then we'll have a good bash at it in terms of addresses.
So you don't want this address checked or what?
Not really, no.
You want to leave it at that because they've been round there, you know.
Yeah, we know they've been to that address,
Yeah.
but that might not be the correct address.
Yeah. So you want to leave it at that?
Yeah.
So we'll leave it as it is, go round the system and scrub it until you're a bit more happy.
Yeah.
Okay? All right, fair enough. Hey, Doug.
Both on suspicion of being in possession of drugs.
RM2 for the polythene bag containing the crystals and a handbag. And RM3 for the matchbox containing the red crystals.
That's it. Well, I'll tell you what, I can get two from in there.
Have you seen it?
Well, I haven't, no.
Well, you look at it.
Where is it?
I don't know. But there's part of it there. You have a look at the stuff in there. I mean, it's the same as that stuff in there, only it's been dyed. If you look at the gear in there.
Yeah, he's got a matchbox on there.
Have a look at the matchbox.
It's not red stuff.
No.
But it's a good imitation.
Yeah, well, it is if it's 9 o'clock at night on a festival site. But they must have about 20 or 30.
I'll tell you what they thought it was. You know, from the way they reacted once we grabbed them.
They thought it was?
They think it's the real stuff, or she does, the girl who goes carrying.
Might be. Yeah, it might be. But if it is, you've got several £1,000s worth of gear there.
They got that amount of stuff, you see, it's unlikely they've unloaded any.
Yeah, it's true.
At this stage, you see.
It's true.
But if that is acid, then that is an awful lot of gear, an awful lot. So, you know, that's what's creating the concern from our point of view.
Well, if we can get the answer back by 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, we'll know which way we're going then, shan't we?
That's right. That's dead right. It's ridiculous, isn't it? But, you know, they're just starting.
Well, nicked at the right time, obviously.
Well, yeah. Good nick. Very good nick.
Splendid.
I mean, regardless of whether it is good gear or not, it's a very good nick. I mean, potentially, it's difficult to say, but bearing in mind that I've had 1,000 acid tabs in my hand before, and you've been able to go like that with them. Well, you've got to... I imagine somewhere in the region about 10,000. So they normally go at about £2.50 a piece.
So you're talking about £15,000?
You're talking a lot of money. Well, no, it's 25,000.
Yeah,
25,000 quid. So
hardship and aggravation.
Yeah. So obviously, it's not something that we can possibly leave up here. I've got two other lads off the late turn team. They'll have to come in 9 o'clock as well tomorrow because they've also got another dealer in with some gear that we don't know whether it's cannabis or whether it's henna or whatever. So we'll have that situation to deal with as well tomorrow.
Okay. But we're all right cover-wise throughout the day still?
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's been a long, hard day. It really is. Cream crackered.
See the admin.
What's happening?
Well, I don't know.
Was he in control room, Governor?
Let's just sort out what's available.
I'll see what I can do.
You're very kind. We want mattresses.
Good meal there.
Well, you're both, yeah. Definitely.
Are you happy enough to point him out to us?
I don't really want to. From a distance, maybe.
Well, from evidential point of view, we've got to have you point them out to us.
Yeah.
We can't just wade in and say, look, mate.
But I don't want to go in there, like.
We're down on arrests, hospital are down on admissions, all sorts of reasons for it, I suspect. We can say that because we've got fewer policemen, therefore there are fewer arrests, and you can read all sorts of significances into that. Equally, of course, we can say that as Harold Pendleton controls the numbers attending by the bill he puts on, I suspect he can control the type of attenders. But it's an encouraging sign, whatever the reasons. Only one thing yesterday, and Roger and I spoke about it last night. There was an incident last night when at least 10 vehicles all went hammering along Richfield Avenue, blue lamps going, sirens blaring at a very fast rate going towards Cow Lane. And when I got back to the command vehicle, they said, it's a 10-9, sir, as if that was a complete justification. It was a 10-9. Whether it was justified or not is another matter, but the fact remains that a lot of policemen went hammering along Richfield Avenue towards Cow Lane, didn't know where they were going or why they were going there, and in fact were going in entirely the opposite direction. The incident had occurred at the Cow Lane end, but the two offenders concerned had run off towards Caversham Bridge. And we were lucky, I think, that we didn't have a real incident going at the speed they said. The other thing that happened was that the discipline on the air completely broke down. Everyone was shouting and bawling on the air, garbled messages, nobody knew what was happening. And as I say, the only justification I could get was, it's a 10-9, sir.
That's the court list this morning, 40 of them, sir.
Are we likely to get soon about this LSD job last night?
That will be at least an hour, sir.
Yeah, I'd like to know as soon as, you know, where is it? Well, I think we're all fairly certain it is LSD, but it's nice to know.
Well, when I rang the lab, they said the stuff's now being checked, and provided there's nothing else in it which would inhibit the analysis, an hour at the earliest.
But, you know, quite honestly, you just have to sit tight here until the phone call comes in.
Well, that's it, yeah.
It's about an hour, so it should be in shortly.
You said it's rubbish, but then she said there's some acid in it, didn't she? So, you know, whether one or two tabs have got some on it, or whether the whole lot have just got a tiny little bit on, just don't know.
But as I was saying earlier on, you know, I mean, even if he's only got a little bit of acid in it, you've got to...
That's something, isn't it?
That's the end of it, isn't it? You know, as far as she's concerned. Yeah. When she goes to court with a bloody great pile of stuff like that and it's all got acid in it.
Yeah. No problem.
It's the end of it, isn't it? End of the story.
Yeah.
And obviously, if it's, you know, if it is good stuff, then there's a lot more work to be done.
Oh. Don't frighten me, all right?
Eh?
Don't frighten me.
Good morning to you. Graham again at the lab. Right, I can give you part result on the... I'll give you the reference. It's D1047 of 80. 1047, which is Patricia Cook. Right. RM2, which is the polythene bag, that's negative. And RM3 is also negative. It leaves us with some other of the stars, which are probably going to be the same, but we're running checks on those. And it also leaves us with the vegetable matter, which is still yet to be completed. OK, fine, bye.
Where are your people who are dealing with Cook?
This is the big problem that we've got, is getting them out.
That's Tony Byrne, I think.
Yeah.
He was over there. He was in one of the offices around the corner.
Is there any way the kids can go? Well, they can stay with mother as far as I'm concerned, so I should imagine. Yeah.
You've got the file, so you have to tell me what they refer to, but you're still awaiting...
Well, in fact, we put the file back in your...
You're still awaiting the crystals and you're still awaiting the fibrous substance. But those two are certainly negative.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So you've got... And they expect the rest to be negative too.
Do they?
Yeah.
Never mind. OK, then. I didn't understand him when he came in to mean that the LSD was... negative. I don't know whether he meant it was negative or not, but I just checked, and these two that he said RM2 and 3 in the book supposed to be the LSD, so they're negative. So that's a whole lot's negative against that girl there.
Yeah, looks like it.
The whole lot's negative?
Yeah.
Well, I was just saying to Peter, in a way, that's probably a good thing because it means that there's not an LSD manufacturing source about somewhere, doesn't it? So I suppose it's relief one way.
Yeah, that's right.
The other thing is, of course, that she'll still go down for the other offences in any case.
Oh, yeah.
You've got the attempted deceptions and so on.
Yeah.
So I suppose, you know, every cloud's got a silver lining then.
You're